Jason Lee Podcast.
All right, we're back for a whole new episode of the Jason Lee Podcast. I got to go to J-Lo house. I'm not about to go too long with the applause. You know, everybody, you guys call me a name dropper. Yes, I do drop names. And let me tell you, I don't drop names for the haters. I drop names for the people who support me, because if you've been watching this journey, you know how hard it was to get here. This has been a journey that has spanned probably more than 10 years, because I was living with you when I was talking about all this. Yep. Do you know how many times I would interrupt Rob having sex with some random guy that he met in order to talk about my dreams that he was tired of me talking about? Do you know how many guys that I invited to Rob's house who stole his underwear and tried to steal all of his clothing? Real story. True story. Do you know how many nights I had to have sex on an air mattress because I couldn't afford to have my own apartment?
But yeah, that's a couch.
Well, the couch wasn't big enough for both of us. This is when I was a little thicker, you know? But either way, I worked hard to get to where I am. And so when I do, you know, think about where I've been and where we've come as a team, I mean, this is more than amazing. And I'm now living in it and breathing, eating the success of it all. And, you know, sometimes you get so caught up in the day-to-day work of what you're building, you forget to smell the roses. And people are now giving me my flowers. Literally, there's so many flowers in here, I feel like I'm in a cemetery. But I'm actually stopping and enjoying the journey. I was editing the Hollywood Unlocked 3rd Annual Impact Awards last night. I was laying in bed, falling asleep. I was so tired, and I was typing the notes to the editor. By the way, much more respect to you guys in the editing process, because that shit is like, you have to stop, rewind, comment here, comment, clip that. Mm-hmm. But I'm so in the details of wanting to perfect it that I'm also realizing that I got on stage and talked way too damn much and cussed tremendously. But you won't see any of that because I'm cutting a lot of the fat out. But I'm happy that we're going to be able to share that soon, and already starting to shape up next year's show. The reason why I dropped that name at the top of the show, Jennifer Lopez, is because the craziest thing happened yesterday, but it's really not that crazy. And for those of you that are, aspiring to be whatever you're aspiring to be, whether you're aspiring to be an actor, or writer, entrepreneur, whatever you're aspiring to be, you know, I want to be the living proof, the living, breathing proof that your dreams can come true. Now, sometimes we dream the wrong dreams. I thought about being a daytime talk show host, and when I look at the landscape of it now, it's so boring, dry, and vanilla that it doesn't even serve what I have to deliver. And there's no appetite for money that would make me, become something that I'm not. So sometimes you got to make sure that your appetite for what you're becoming or want to become is there, right? And that is real, and it's a real thing for you that's ordained by the Lord. Well, I'm a manifestation God. I've said that many times. Rob will tell you, as we were planning the Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards this year, Jennifer Lopez, for months, has been on my vision board for who we wanted to honor this year. Am I lying?
Yeah, from the beginning of the year, she was one of our main selections. And we put out fillers. We tried to reach out. We really tried to get her to be a part of this year's show.
For years, I wanted to build a relationship with Benny Medina. Now, if you don't know who Benny Medina, he's a powerhouse in the industry. He's been her manager/partner for many years. He helped to create the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's in the game. He's been in the game for many years. And he is, when I say a powerhouse, he can make things happen. Well, I see him at the gym almost every morning when I go to the gym. He's there every day. And we always, we just naturally sparked up conversations. And so, he mentioned to me that he wanted me to listen to Jennifer's new album. He had invited me to go to the premiere of Mother. This is a film that she has on Netflix, which is crazy as hell, and she acted her ass off, that I've watched twice now. And I didn't get a chance to go because I was traveling, but he told me at the gym he wanted me to listen to her new album. And I told him about the award show, and we talked about her coming and being honored. Anyway, yesterday, I'm in the car yesterday I'm here at the studio. I'm talking to Rob. Randomly, I say, you want to go to lunch? We have no plans to go to lunch. It's not on my schedule. He's like, yeah, let's go. We get in the car. We're going to go to sushi. We decide, let's go to Ivy and have lunch at the Ivy, because I really wanted those corn raviolis. So we got in the car. We drove over there. As we're driving, Rob, what is the conversation we're literally having in the car as we're riding over there?
J-Lo.
Period. We're talking about Jennifer. Her coming to the award show, what we want to honor her for, this, that, or whatever. We walk in. I ask them for a table. They want to sit us inside. I say, I don't want to sit inside. I want the Lord's sun to shine on me. They put 2 tables in the corner together because there was only 3 tables there. There were 2 tables, small tables, and then there was 1 big table. They put us at the table with the 2 small tables right in the corner, right where I like to be. And then the other table was open. Literally as we're sitting down to have lunch, who walks in the restaurant?
J-Lo.
Who's the first one that saw her? You?
He did.
Me.
My back was to her.
His back was to her, and I was looking, and so as I'm sitting down and I look up, I see this tall woman with glasses on walking, and I'm like, is that J-Lo? Is that Jennifer Lopez? And did you turn around at dinner?
Yeah, I turned around then.
So as she's walking, my mind doesn't even register, like, shut up and just sit and play your position. Shut the hell up, Jason. And you never know when these celebrities, when you meet them, if they know who you are, if you wrote some bad, because I don't think about all the stories over the last 8 years that we've written or things that I've said on the shows. But I don't believe I've ever hated on J-Lo. I may have been critical once or twice, but she's a superstar. Let's be very clear. She's a superstar. So I immediately say, oh my God, we was just talking about you in the car. And she looked at me and she goes, hi. And I go, yeah, but I'm gonna be at your house tomorrow. And at that moment, she probably thought I was a stalker because she was being followed by tons of paparazzi. And she goes, okay, what's your name? Who are you? I told her Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked. And I love that she didn't know who I was because at least I know for sure that the interaction was genuine because celebrities, some of y'all do act weird when you know that we could write stories and about you. But she didn't know, which I actually like. And so anyway, I told her how beautiful she was. Rob said hello to her. And then, we ended up paying for her lunch, which to me was an honor because, we paid for many lunches over here.
That is insane. You literally are the manifestation God. God.
Insane. But let me just say this, and I'm not dick riding because if she didn't look right, I would tell you. Jennifer Lopez in person looks good as hell. 53, flawless. She had her little big, not a little, it was a big Birkin. And she was having lunch with her sister and her friend. I don't know who the other woman was, but she looks like a superstar. Once she saw the paparazzi and they were going crazy, this is where I kind of felt bad for, though. And I feel bad for these celebrities who are treated like animals. I've never seen, or maybe I have seen, it's been so long, but no, I have seen back in the day when paparazzi was a big thing. But there was paparazzi all lined up against the street, across the street. And then as her car pulled up, they all came over there, like right on her car, were fighting with her security. It almost became a physical thing. Mm-hmm. Everybody in the restaurant stand up, filming her. But she calmly just put on her makeup and put it in her bag and then walked out. So she's used to it. But I just think that there's something weird about treating them like an animal.
Are you gonna walk into her house today like with bestie energy? Like, hey.
So I'm going to her house today to listen to the album. I'm absolutely walking in like Jason Lee, which is why I got a little jewelry on today. You know what I mean? Got the little Versace. But that's why I'm dressed a little bit today. I'm just gonna. She's gonna remember yesterday for sure. Mm-hmm. But again, this is why I say, and the reason why I shared the whole story, besides wanting to drop J-Lo's name, is that don't ever think that your dreams are too big. Like somebody will say, like, who do you think you are wanting to honor Jennifer Lopez? Because as I was editing the show last night, I was looking at Babyface holding the award and him saying how proud of me he was and how he was nervous to come on my show and how he had never seen the room this beautiful, which is the same thing Jennifer Lewis has said. But you never know the impact you're going to have on somebody. And so I'm not going to walk in like bestie energy. However, they are going to take our phones today, and I am going to tell her my plan in which she will take a photo of me on her phone, edit it, and send it to somebody to get it to me. Because I'm not leaving without a Jennifer Lopez.
And now we have a frame to put it in.
Somebody sent me a photo of them and I in a frame, and I threw the photo away and kept the frame. The frame is cute, but the photo, it's just I looked a little lighter than light skin in that photo. Don't take no photos of me and not run it by my team. It's just we got editors that edit all the photos over here. All right. Well, anyway, and the last thing I will say too, shout out to Jennifer Lopez for not being a disappointment. Because some of you celebrities, when we meet you, you are so caught up in yourself. She was having a real chit chat with her sister. It was a real conversation, just some girls hanging out. She thanked us 3 times for paying for her meals. Like she just, and she said, I'll see you tomorrow. I mean, but when I went and Googled her and I realized she's a Leo, that's what we do. Big Leo energy. You know what I mean? Complete confidence. So anyway, shout out to her. What else is going on? Is there anything else crazy going on?
Oh, well, I just want to say this weekend, I had the privilege of seeing Rob in his play. And I heard that Jason, he asked for and requested footage.
So Rob is an actor, and Rob is pursuing his acting career, and Rob had a play this week. And what was the play called?
It's called
Love is a Battlefield.
Well, the battlefield must have been his case getting beat up from that white man. Take a look at this clip. The clip consisted of, go ahead and explain to the people.
Okay, so Rob is in a play where he's secretly gay and secretly in love allegedly. In the play, he's secretly the gay. Outside, he's not. And he was making love to a white man who is straight and married to a woman in real life. So
this is basically life imitating art.
Yes. And when Rob told me he's having sex 3 times and making out like 5 times in the play, that was the selling point where I was like, me and Andrew were like, we have to go pull up. So we pull up. Andrew wanted to sit in the back.
Andrew's my assistant.
Yes, Jason's assistant. Shout out Andrew. Wanted to sit in the back. And I was like, no, we're going to sit in the first row because I need to get it in 4K of Rob fucking on camera. And then.
So you knew there was a sex scene?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to come regardless, but that really was a selling point where I was like, I need to see Rob bumping uglies with a little man. So, yes, he was making out. Rob was crying. I thought they were fake tears. I kept asking him, like, is that real? He said yes. He was taking his shirt off and all sensual loving him. Talk about it, Rob. He was laying on a bed. He was like backing up in the bed.
Well, Marina sent me videos, and I put them in a group chat with all of our friends. And when I tell you, by the time Rob got off that stage and saw all the commentary, what did you think of all the comments? We had made T-shirts with you kissing on there. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. I saw all the close-up shots of the horrible faces. Not the good faces, just the horrible ones.
And your co-star's crotch.
And he had a boner a lot of the times to Rob.
You had a boner?
No,
the white guy did.
No, he didn't. That was
looking a little puffed up under there.
And the black man looked like he had on Depends. So talk about the play. How did that even come about?
Well, it was originally a part of a festival they do out here in LA called the Fringe Festival, and he fired the 2 leads the week before they won an award where they got, because they weren't up to par, but he fired them the week before they won an award where they got to extend the show for 2 nights. So literally we had about a week and a half to learn the entirety of the play and then put it up for 2 more nights. So it was a good experience. It was fun.
Well, listen, and then afterwards, we went to the club to celebrate the gay play, and I had a little fun because they popped up with my photo on a cardboard. Take a look. Well, what a weekend. I sprained my foot. I fell off of a stage. I don't know. You got humped on by a white man. We all had a good time. But, Rob, I just wanted to do that really quick to give you your flowers.
Fuck!
Well, thank you.
Yay, Rob.
Of course. Okay, now let's get into the tea with Jason Luv. This is a mess. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, no matter how hard up, no pun intended, I am for money, I would never allow this to happen. This. Adam22. This is Adam22. As y'all know, he owns the No Jumper podcast, and he owns No Jumper. This is his wife, his new wife, Lena, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and this is Jason Luv. Now, Jason is no relation to me, and ain't no love between these guys. Adam22 basically has been with this girl for a while. They ended up getting married. after they got married, they both have done porn, but now she never did porn with a man before, another man. Well, he let her go and do porn with this black man. Now, I've seen Jason Luv's porn before. I can't remember who he's related to, but I know him from somewhere to somebody. He has a very huge, oversized BBC. Now, if you don't know what that is not the BBC that's over in London where they do the news. This is the big old black cock, okay? Well, either way, he let he sleep with she, and they are now in a mess. That's my pronoun for the day, okay? Well, now after that went down, Adam spoke on it, and they talked about it on the podcast. Take a listen.
It wasn't hard to come back to your dick. I was in a lot of pain for a few days, so having sex was, it was reupholstered. You were a little traumatized by me being like, ouch, hold on.
At first, yeah. But that did go away pretty quickly.
It took like 3 or 4 days, yeah.
Yeah. You feel like it snapped back? Well, you never had the natural birth that you were planning on.
I don't believe that a vagina stretches from having sex once for 40 minutes with a bigger dick.
Well, that was them talking about the stuff that they are caught up in after she slept with he. So now he allegedly has a bigger dick. Well, no, not allegedly. We've seen the dicks. His dick is bigger than his, and apparently he stretched her vagina out. And it took 3 or 4 days from what she said for it to get back together, or in Adam's words, being reupholstered. Baby, Jason Luv, who they now have given a platform to talk about it, actually went to his own interview. And he had a lot to say about Lena and what he did to her vagina. Take a listen.
Whose idea was it to end an...
Okay, so I guess her had been stretched out in a while. So then I was doing all the stretching. It's like my starting to get numb. And I was like, yo, we have to keep going. It was going so long that it was nothing I could do. It was like the numbness I didn't notice. And I'm like, yo, it's about, and then hey, it happened.
So the was not planned?
Nope.
But then she got freaky with it. She started eating it, doing the nasty.
She got into the moment. You know how it is once you get into the moment. It's like, it's all no holds bar. Let's go.
Do you think that you her better than Adam did?
Well, obviously, yes. But I'm pretty sure he probably felt different with Adam for her because love is involved emotions. But as for the physical aspect of getting, obviously.
See, all of y'all are better than me because right now I would be in prison. There would be all types of death charges. Jason did his interview to talk about the experience that he had with Lena. And clearly is, when he said eating, was he talking about his cum?
Mm-hmm.
She ate his cum?
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch it?
No.
Wait a minute. Because they could have just fucked and did the porn. She didn't have to eat his cum.
Yeah.
Because he said that wasn't planned.
But she got into it and got hungry.
Well, he said he got numb inside of her, so he didn't know he was going to come. So it wasn't expected for him to come inside of her, and then she decided to eat it.
You could not come home. I'm sorry. Well, Adam22 did not like what Jason had to say. And he actually went off and threatened him. I'll just say allegedly and let you decide if it was a threat or not. Take a look.
Guess we're doing this today. Hey, Jason Luv, I trusted you to pork my wife. And it seems like that clout is getting to your head. You're talking real spicy and I ain't really feeling it. Number one, the angle of the dangle is more important than the cubic of the pubic. That's number one. Number two, my D game, when I'm serving it, man, it's just like your mom's home cooking because there's a special ingredient. It's called love. You ever heard of it? Number three, don't make me expose you. And you know what I'm talking about. It could get real messy out here. Number four, you don't want problems moving around in these LA streets because I can make that happen. I'm very well connected. And number five, you are officially blacklisted from smashing my wife again.
Was that trolling? I mean, Adam does have money and he does know all the rappers and he is friends with Wack and, shit can happen in these streets because if you have money and you're in this business, we all are connected. We can all make things happen. So there may be some truth to that. But was that kind of trolling? Because if you tell a black man he's blacklisted, we already blacklisted. We black. I mean, that's what happens. You get blacklisted. But he said you're blacklisted from fucking my wife again, which is, it sounds like you're trolling. and the cubic and the pubic. I don't know what that is, and that song that was playing underneath it is probably one of Adam's artists, so that was great promo because here we are talking about it. I don't think you should have let your wife. Let me back up. First of all, Adam gives me very strategic, so I won't even believe for a minute that they're not in on something. I think this all is a bigger thing. No pun intended. Damn. But Jason,
bitch, you tried it.
You are supposed to just get a dick and go away. You doing interviews and talking about her eating it and all of that, that gives me either clout chase or conspiracy. Either you guys are conspiring to make this a bigger thing, which I would believe because they did say that Lena's porn career had kind of fallen off and that this kind of revived her. I mean, I don't know if it revived the vagina because I'm not studying that circumference of her cuckoo, but you know, you get cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and this is what happened. You got the Cocoa Puff over there and he done puffed you out. Adam22 and Lena, just as being transparent, supposed to be coming on the Jason Lee show next week. I just got that text from Adam. So if he does, I have lots of questions. I already know the gifts that I'm going to give you. What do you think?
I feel like he is on something, because the acting was so weird where he was like, it's called love. Have you ever heard of it? Like, he thought he ate with that video, but it was so cringy. And the way he talks about it is so grimy to me, where he's like, you porked I trusted you to pork my wife.
Well,
like,
they in all fairness, they were both in the porn industry.
That's why. I guess it makes sense for the industry, but it's weird. And I saw him in another interview. He was saying that she slurped up a black cock for the paper. That is so trifling and nasty.
Who said that? Jason Luv?
Adam. He's like, yeah, she slurped up a black cock for the paper. That's just so weird, like, and disgusting. So I don't have a lot to say, but I'm disgusted.
Yeah, I'm not one to judge people's the structure of the relationship. I think it's fine if they want to go out and sleep with other people and let them do that. I do think it got really messy when Jason went out and started doing interviews. But again, it is giving like part of a plan to just put them in everybody's mouth, you know, as a conversation, not literally.
And they have a daughter together.
But now everybody's talking about themselves. Mission accomplished.
Did they even go on a honeymoon before this all happened? Like,
right.
You would want to beat it down before the next man does. I mean, right after your marriage or after your wedding. It's interesting. I don't know what is going on, but I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
It was your friend AB tweeting also like 10 minutes
Excuse
ago.
me, that's not my friend.
Oh.
Let's be very clear. Antonio Brown is not my friend. In fact, Antonio Brown had a lot to say about me being gay. But you know, I got receipts too. So Antonio, you may want to be careful because when you start throwing that gay around, let's talk about the videos and photos I got of you. Well, I'll say allegedly. Even though I got them. You know, y'all know I keep an arsenal of tea over here, receipts. But I think that Antonio Brown, in my opinion, I believe he suffers from CTE or something more serious. I think there's a lot of psychological damage there. As you know, he became close with Floyd, then he fell out with Floyd. He was in Dubai swimming around in that pool naked, putting his dick all in the woman's face. And that got out. I don't know how it got out. Maybe I do. Wasn't me. And, you know, there's also some rumors that he just, you know, he got a lot of issues out here in these streets. But, you know, I used to once like Antonio Brown, but he's not a friend of mine.
Oh, well, the ops joined the conversation.
He's not an op.
Oh, okay. He's
just not a
He's just
friend.
there. Well,
Yeah.
AB tweeted and said, let me get next at Adam. And now everyone's being like, let me fuck Lena. Let me fuck Lena. Like,
yeah, I saw Kai Cenat, the streamer,
Yes.
said he wanted next.
It's
And Lena said that
weird.
he could get next. Now, AB, isn't he fighting some kind of sexual charge? What's the charge he's battling? Let's pull up that receipt since you got a lot to say since you're in the news. Well, we know you were physically aggressive with your wife, the mother of your child. I'll say allegedly, but you were charged with that. You said that you wanted to have sex with Tom Brady's wife, Gisele Bündchen. Remember he did the whole photo of him in the house with Tom and the kids and Gisele while Tom was outside. And that was Tom Brady, his quarterback, who fought for him to get back into the league when he was kicked out. So I don't know, AB, we're not fans of you over here, wishing you all the best. I remember when you were walking around dressed like Kanye West, wearing all those black trash bags and them damn space boots, and you thought you was going to be the president of Donda Sports, and I knew that wasn't happening.
and he's still dressing like Kanye to this day.
Is he? Kanye ain't even dressing like Kanye.
That part.
Kanye, take them leotards off. I don't know what's going on with your boy. All right, well, Jason, no more love for you. And y'all two, messy, pull up. Messy boots. Okay, goodbye. Well, Zion Williamson is now being extorted. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't know who this is because I don't follow sports, but I now know who he is because I follow Hollywood Unlocked. And if you've been following Hollywood Unlocked, you can see that this girl right here, she's a mess. I'm going to show you some tea. And I don't even know the assets that are not in here because everybody knows that I get these show notes to do a show and I don't read them. They're here for a safety. I do scan, but I like to have my own commentary because I want people to know that I really am the LeBron James of spilling tea. I do this in my sleep. I don't need a lot of preparation. I spilled some water. Now I'm about to spill some tea. Okay, well, 22-year-old NBA star Zion Williamson, he left fans worried about him after posting a cryptic message. And this is all amidst his sex tape scandal with 31-year-old former adult star Moriah Mills. Now, this is Moriah, and this is Zion. Now, in June, Zion was exposed by Moriah after she allegedly, that they were in a serious relationship, and then he got another woman pregnant. They were in a serious relationship when he got another woman pregnant. So he was with somebody and then slept with this porn star allegedly, and now she's coming out. I never understood why people get dick and then tell the press or tell social media, but apparently getting dick is news because here we are talking about it. Well, this is a photo of Zion and Moriah side by side. Let me show you. Okay. She looked like somebody put a what is the thing? One of those things when you fill up a tire. What is that called? Not fixable. She looked like she got fix-a-flat. But what is that when they put? What's that called? What's this called?
Pump.
The pump.
You know when they. Well, anyway, somebody looked like they blew her ass up. Put the photo back up. Everything about her looks like it hurts. Her face is giving Jordyn Woods in 20 years with work.
Oh my God.
Her breasts are giving T.S. Madison.
Oh my God.
And her hips are giving hungry hippo. Either way, now Moriah is saying that she had sex with him and got all up in his business. Now, apparently she quit porn back in 2019 and started doing OnlyFans. She probably is rich as hell. And she says that Zion began smashing it in 2021 and things started to get serious. Now, she said he wanted her to quit OnlyFans, tattoo his name on her, and even wear her hair a certain way to please him. Now, she said that she did nearly everything he asked because she loved him. But only for him to cheat with multiple women and then have a baby on her. Now, this is a photo of Zion and his baby mama. We don't know his baby mama, but they clearly look happy. She seems to look a little more normal, but you could tell she had some work done too.
Well, she's a dancer.
Well, told you. Well, while calling Zion's dick, quote, trash and calling him a sex addict, dirty freak, Moriah demanded that he delete all the sex tape he allegedly had on his phone of her, adding that if he leaked anything, it's up. And then things got dark when Moriah claimed that Zion threatened her, leaving her suicidal. This is a photo of Moriah threatening to commit suicide. I'm ready to be deleted off this earth. Zion Williamson, I don't feel safe. People threatening me. Thanks to you, I can't do this anymore. Fuck y'all. Why don't y'all just kill yourselves? I don't understand why you do public service announcements. Because that's what? No, I'm not saying she should kill herself.
I know.
I'm saying this to me is not giving cry for help. I really want to kill myself. This is get the blogs to talk about him, get him to lose everything.
It's giving Amber Heard.
It's giving trash.
Mm-hmm.
Then let me be very clear. Suicide is a real thing, and I take suicide seriously. I mean, you all know I've talked about on this show not too long ago, we had somebody close to the money team commit suicide. So for those people who are struggling with depression and struggling with mental health and struggling with suicide, this is not about you. This is for the people who do shit that make those cries, those real cries, unheard because we're too clouded by the people who are clout chasing, like this girl. I'll say allegedly. It's my opinion. The law says I get to say my opinion. Now, Moriah later claimed that she had copies of the sex tapes that Zion had of her, and then she threatened to drop them. See, this is what I'm saying. So you thought that he was going to drop sex tapes so you were going to kill yourself, and then flipped the script and said, I'm going to drop them too. Now, after this, rumors of him being traded began to swirl, so Moriah thought that the best thing to do was try to fuck off the money and jump in and tell the NBA that he was an alleged abuser and that he tried to pay her off. And this was the video. This was the best video that Moriah could come up with. And I want y'all to look very closely because this is what New York told Claudia is an inner cry because I didn't see one teardrop. Take a look.
You guys, I literally did not want to come to the internet, and I'm just tired of saving face for this man that's completely disrespecting me to the world, and I literally have to take this. Every time I come on the internet, people are bashing me because of this man, literally, and I'm tired of it. He knows, he said he's gonna send me $62,000. I have yet to receive that since June. I'm literally here, like, he's literally a liar. You guys, everything he says, he's a liar. He's not who he says he is. I literally been saving face. I did not want to come to the world and let you guys know what he has been doing to me my entire relationship with him. He is a woman beater, and the NBA needs to know this. I literally did not want to come to this because I know he has so many endorsements. But Zion Williamson is a woman beater. And the reason he was paying me off is so I won't come to the world and tell everybody.
Bitch, you tried it.
Did you see any tears?
Not a single
Not
tear.
a one. I saw tears from Rob's play from him that were fake, but they were real.
Listen, they were dragging you for pure filth, Moriah, in the comments on Hollywood Unlocked. And I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to leave some comments, but I don't want to be attacking no woman. So I just waited to my show to attack you here. Shortly after that, Zion left fans fearing for his life after he shared a cryptic post on his Instagram. This is what he said. He posted Biggie's Ready to Die album cover and said, "I can't believe suicide's on my fucking mind. I want to live." I kind of believe that one. No?
No.
Because you're still here. Well, nobody has commented on the abuse allegations or Zion's well-being, so we don't know if he's alive or dead. We hope that he's alive. Well, he's not dead because he's not on Hollywood Unlocked. But, y'all just messy. Why you didn't wear no condom? And why she didn't swallow like Lena did? I mean, at least Lena showed you how to do it the right way. Eat it, eat it, eat it. What's that song? Anyway, this show's just going down the drain. I just don't understand what's going on. What do you guys make of it?
You had to have known that you weren't the main girl. There's no way he's out here, has somebody pregnant, posting like pregnancy pictures, and you thought you were the main girl. It's just impossible. And my other thing is, I am tired of people with the like suicide threats on social media. There are really people out here struggling, and all these celebrities run to that as their way of getting like support on their side from their fans. It's just ridiculous. And lastly, how many porn stars are out there? I think she was like a former porn performer. I'm really tired of everyone being a porn star. There can't be that many porn stars.
Well, there are lots of porn stars, and let me be very clear to the sex worker community. Where is it?
Allegedly.
No. We celebrate you.
Yeah, they're performers. I don't know how many of them are stars.
Now, whether they're well, if you could be a star in your own mind. There are people that tell me I'm not a star. I'm going to J-Lo house. But you can't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell me nothing at this. Well, I was just with Rihanna in the French Riviera, right? Like, I just sent flowers to Madonna's house today. I'm a star. But there are people who tell me every day that I'm nobody. So
fair enough.
And she looks like a big star. She's big. Like, she's real big.
And I feel like in this situation, well, I was reading on TikTok, all the comments, people are dragging Zion too. Somebody said bros got more bodies than points this season. They said first Ja Morant is obsessed with guns, now Zion with buns. Like, everyone's just dragging him because they're like, no one's talking about you playing basketball. We're talking about who you're sleeping with.
And think about this. You guys are black men who fought your whole lives to make it out the hood or wherever your community so you can retire your moms and live a life that you dreamed about, to fight hard to get in here and let all this energy just take over your career. Like, you so busy sticking your thing in everybody. And if she says your dick is trash, at this point, I want to see it. Because we do have,
she might release the tapes.
We do have the Mandingo Hall of Fame award, and we just want to know if you're ever going to get one. If Chloe Bailey got one before you, Zion, you may want to go back to listening to Biggie. All right, done. God, I don't want to talk about this next one. Now, I'm going to put out a disclaimer before I say anything. Trey Songz, I don't know if you like me or don't like me. We used to be cool, and then we wasn't cool. Then you congratulated me on the weight loss and all the success. Then I saw you last week and you didn't speak to me. So like, I don't know where we stand, but I got a job to do. Trey Songz, as you know, he is a singer. I don't know if he's active, but he's a singer, and he's a successful singer. And back in the day, Trey and Chris Brown used to be the two hottest guys that everybody loved. Men loved them, women loved them. Everybody wanted a piece of them. And then you remember Chris had his indiscretion with you-know-who, and then his meat dropped on the internet. And then Trey, remember he had a bunch of allegations, I'll just say allegations,
Allegedly.
Pop up that he had a lot of sexual problems with women. Now, I'm indifferent on these topics because I have seen personally people who get thirsty for stars and want to extort them out of money and wanting to say things about them that are not true. And I've seen it happen, not only from a personal standpoint, but from friends around me. And so I get really cautious when I talk about these things because I don't want to be adding to the cancel culture bullshit or being a platform that people can use. We just talked about Moriah, and that guy, the basketball player, Zion. So, like, you just never really know. And when you have these stories told, you look at the person that's in it, and then you start judging whether or not it could be true. But I like to see facts. I like to see facts before I go and say that somebody is anything. Now, I don't have the facts, so I have to tell you my opinion based on the facts I do have. Trey Songz and his legal team are demanding that a lawsuit accusing him of sex assault be tossed out. Now, a witness reportedly testified that she was offered money by his accuser's lawyer to lie about the alleged incident. Now, the lawyer has been identified as Ariel Mitchell, and she's representing two other women accusing Trey of assault. And she's represented another woman who's accused Chris Brown of drugging and raping her. I'll say allegedly. Jesus.
Allegedly.
Chris will go crazy. Shit, I didn't know that was in a note. Oh, no problem from you, Breezy. Because I'm telling you, every time you say Chris's name, his fans go crazy, And Chris is trying to move on, even though he keeps getting drug into things. No pun intended. Well, this is a photo of Ariel Mitchell. That's the attorney? Mm-hmm. Put it back up. She's giving Stacey Dash on a good day. I don't know. Anyway, that's the attorney, Ariel Mitchell. Now, while Trey has been accused of assault by several women, and there's been a lot of women, this case was first brought to the public back in 2021. There was a woman named Johara Jeffries that she accused the singer of sexually assaulting her in a Miami nightclub. Now, she said that Trey digitally penetrated her without permission. I don't know what that means. And she's suing him for $20 million. Huh? How you sue somebody for $20 million for penetrating you? Is that right?
It's a digital penetration.
Now, Mariah Thielen, who was a witness to the alleged incident, is speaking out, and she says that nothing ever happened. Instead, she's claiming while they were on the way to the singer's house after leaving the club, Johara was recording Trey, and he asked her to stop, and she refused. And after refusing, security reportedly escorted her out of the car. Now, Mariah is saying that she never witnessed the sexual assault, that Johara reportedly claims that Mariah is now claiming that Johara's attorney offered witnesses over $100,000, almost $200,000, to change the testimony to collaborate Johara's whole story. Now, while under oath, Mariah says she met with Johara's lawyer, Ariel Mitchell, on April 22nd, 2021, and was offered $6 figures to change her story. So it seems like Ariel, they should all go to jail, right?
Yes.
Because what it's saying is that the attorney, what she's alleging is the attorney conspired to change the story.
Yes.
So if that happened and they can prove that it happened, she should go to prison. And
well,
she should lose her license.
Too. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, the attorney.
Yeah.
All of them.
Absolutely. 100%. And digital penetration is
yes.
with the fingers.
Because, digits are fingers. Because I was like, what is digital penetration? So it's when you penetrate the vagina or the anus with one or more fingers.
This is not to shame people who are involved with sexual assault, because there are victims of sexual assault. That's a real thing. Me Too is an important movement, but it got out of control a long time ago. And there's no Men Too movement because men are also victims. And I can tell you, as somebody who has a little bit of fame and a little bit of money, I have been the target of these attempts once. It only happened one time, but it was enough for me to see that, one, you have to be mindful at all times of having people around you, making sure that there's so many things around me to make sure that I'm protected, because I never would have thought somebody would have tried to extort me. I don't know that I believe this story. And I'm not saying that I don't believe that Trey's ever done anything reckless, because I will tell you, Trey Songz, I've seen with my own eyes, is very reckless when it comes to women, meaning I've seen him with a lot of women at one time, not fucking, but, active. And when you do that and people's intentions are not aligned with yours, they can then feel some sort of way. That's why one thing I will tell you that I always do, I make sure I am very clear with somebody I am involved with. So I let them know we are not in a relationship. I'm not going to disrespect you and treat you like somebody that you're just getting fucked. But this is what it is. We grown, we're consenting, and you going to go home afterwards.
No, I feel like there's a surviving Trey Songz documentary brewing, just like R. Kelly, and I feel like
allegedly.
Well,
R. Kelly, let's be very clear. Pedophilia and sexual assault, two different things,
but both disgusting.
Yes.
And I feel like I believe this 1,000% because when Kiki sat on, I don't know if you remember, on Wendy and Breakfast Club and talked about Trey Songz, nobody believed her. Everybody was making fun of her, but she said that he sexually intimidated her and was recording her without her consent, in a closet when she was hiding from him. He's disgusting, and
I think he needs to have his day in court, because what's going to happen now is just a court of public opinion, and until he can either prove that he's innocent or otherwise, I think he needs to have that opportunity to save his reputation or let the truth come out. And Kiki wasn't the only person who's come out there. The video surfaced of him taking the girl's bathing suit off in a public setting. He's had all of these things popping up. So at this point, he needs to speak up about it, because it's just going to fester and get worse if he doesn't.
At least Chris Brown still has a career. Because Trey Songz, I forgot he existed before.
He only needs to have one hit and he'll be back. It's music. Everybody says Kanye's done. Kanye needs one hit and he's right back.
One hit, yeah.
So I would love to see the truth come out, whatever that truth is. And, Ariel is out here doing a lot. Now, she's representing the folks, but they're saying that this is what they're alleging, that Ariella, that's our person, that's our producer. Sorry, Ariella. They're saying that Ariel allegedly said that she wanted to paint him as the next R. Kelly. So, trying to do all of that. I'm not sure. Well, let me just say this as a legal note. Trey's legal team is now demanding that all of his accusers' lawsuits be thrown out. I feel like Sunny from The View, right? Yeah. She always says that, I have a legal note, and she never wants to read the legal note. Mm-hmm. Sunny, your legal notes be so shady. You be like, hold on. I have a legal note. Trump said he didn't do it. And then they go to commercial.
But I love her.
All right. Well, good luck with whatever journey you're on, Trey. We'll be here to watch and talk about it. All right. Well, Kim Kardashian is saving lives. It's not something that we would have thought we'd be saying here at Hollywood Unlocked or the Jason Lee podcast, but she is alleged to some TikToker. A TikToker is currently going viral saying that Kim Kardashian's SKIMS bodysuit saved her life after being shot 4 times. So she got shot on New Year's Day. Now, Angelina Wiley, who goes by the name of Nina, was waiting for a lift in Kansas City, Missouri, when she was reportedly caught amid gunfire. Now, Nina suffered a ruptured bladder that was repaired in surgery, a cracked pelvis, that doctors hope heals on its own, which means Nina has to learn how to walk again. Plus, she still has a bullet lodged in her abdomen. The TikToker says if it wasn't for her wearing SKIMS by Kim under the dress, that she doesn't think that she would have survived the shooting. Here's the TikTok that the gunshot victim made in support of Kim's SKIMS.
Kim Kardashian saved my life. This New Year's, I got shot 4 times. The night that I got shot under my dress, I was wearing a SKIMS shaping bodysuit. It was so tight on me that it literally kept me from bleeding out. I recommend it. I'm definitely gonna buy some more. I mean, I should wear it every day. It's like body armor for women. Call it fate or Jesus, but I'm gonna call it Kim. I'm gonna call it Kim for sure. If I wasn't wearing it, I feel bad saying it because I feel self-conscious, but where my stomach would have been, it would have hit different, you know what I'm saying? But where my stomach fat was pushed made it hit the fattier part instead. That's why they actually haven't moved it, because it would be higher risk to take it out than it would be to just leave it. And it was so sad because that was the first day I got to wear it, because I bought it and it finally delivered to my house December 31st at like 3 or 4 p.m. Bro, I'm telling you, I didn't even wash it. Like, I was so excited to wear it, I didn't even wash it. And I know that's foul. I should have sized it up. So keep in mind, this motherfucker was like tight. I got shot at 140 and that motherfucker got cut off. So, but they gave me a discount and they gave me a refund, which was super nice. I have the actual thing because the doctors had to cut it open and then the detectives took it for evidence. So, but I can show you the picture.
It's giving mental health issues for me. She has mental health issues.
It's giving smart TikToker. She just knew that we were going to be talking about it. She knew Kim Kardashian was going to have a response to it. She's trying to get her coin.
Did Kim respond to it?
Apparently, I think she had her.
Well, but listen, I've been shot before. I didn't get shot 3 or 4 times. Let's be very clear. There's nothing funny about being shot. But her delivery on her being shot just a few months ago did not seem like she was really shot. So was she really shot?
I didn't see the photo. She showed a photo of the screenshot, but not a photo of.
But is there a story online of her anywhere getting shot? Like, we need to do some research. Let's be very clear to all of you out there who are afraid in your communities of being shot. Don't buy SKIMS. It's not going to protect you from being shot. It doesn't matter how tight your undergarment is. When a bullet hits you, it's going through that, okay? But I'm glad that you're okay. TikToker, Nina, sorry that you had to go through that. She did get shot.
Let me see. I'm looking up her name. Oh, please.
Yeah, I definitely hope people don't start robbing banks wearing SKIMS thinking that this is the way out.
So if you cover your face, they're not going to see you. Like, they know it's you. The way that she said, I'm glad I had my SKIMS on because if I wouldn't have, my stomach would have been in a different place. Like, what? We have to do some research to get back to you. Okay, we'll come back and update you on this later. Okay.
I cannot find the article. It's giving cat.
Let's go right into Kylie and Jordyn. Now, I've had a lot to say privately about this, and I'm going to say a lot about this. Now, Kylie Jenner, you got to Google recent photos because she ain't always looked like that. But Kylie Jenner and Jordyn Woods, they used to be best friends. Then we broke a story that Jordyn Woods allegedly was involved with Tristan Thompson, who was the baby daddy to Kylie's sister, Khloe Kardashian. Now, remember, Jordyn set the internet on fire. Well, we set the internet on fire when we posted that story then. Well, they're now setting the internet on fire again because they were spotted out having dinner 4 years after we broke that story about Jordyn and Tristan. So 2019 is when I broke the story. You can go back and look on Hollywood Unlocked. We reported how Jordyn and Tristan were at the same party and got caught getting very cozy and even sharing a kiss. And at the time, Tristan was with Kylie's sister, Khloe. And so Kylie was kind of forced to end her relationship with Jordyn. Remember, I used to say that Jordyn Woods was the backyard bestie because she used to live in Kylie's backyard. Well, for years, she walked in the Kardashian shadow. She was the black friend to the show with Kylie. And then Malika and Khadijah were the black friend to Khloe. And then Black China was the black friend to Kim. And then Kylie slept with Tyga, so that kicked Black China out. So Black China came and slept with Rob. And it was all a dream because they actually had Dream, and then everybody stormed off, and then Stormy came. I mean, it's just too good for TV, but it was all on TV. We kept up with the Kardashians because they told us to. Well, I told you all that Khloe Kardashian and their publicist, Tracy, tried to use us to destroy this girl. And remember, it was Will Smith and Jada Pinkett who stepped in like, nah, son, you're not about to do that. That was the first time that Will swung on somebody. And I mean, the Smith beat the Kardashians off of her because remember, the black Twitter stood behind Jordyn Woods. Jordyn went on Red Table Talk. That's when I started saying that the red table needed the blue table because Jada was using it as a PR stunt, even though she didn't use it for her husband. But either way, I felt like they had tried to mitigate damage from the whole PR thing. Well, either way, Tristan was then taken back into the home of Khloe Kardashian, ended up having another child with her, even when he was alleged to have slept with another woman. We broke that story where he had another baby. Oh, no, that was another basketball player. Sorry. Well, either way, he was messing with other girls, allegedly. So regardless of getting into all that, there's a lot of history there. You can go Google. It's all over the internet. They were seen out hanging out. Do we have a photo of them hanging out for the show? Anywhere? No. Okay, well, we're not paying for that photo, but you can go look at it online. It's over on the Shade Room, too. Well, now they're hanging out, and this is why I feel some type of way. Jordyn Woods got kicked out by the Kardashians and didn't land on her back. She landed on her feet. And she became a strong black woman that black culture, black Twitter, and all of us rallied behind. We were happy for her. She lost the weight. She got her a good man, that basketball player, Karl Towns, who lost his mom and found love in her. And they have this story, this fairy tale story of a relationship that's going on, and I'm here for it. I've seen them out at dinner several times. I told you guys I talked to Jordyn at Diddy's house. We had a whole moment where we talked about reconciling this. I've been talking to her mother, Elizabeth, who, by the way, I have to say, in full transparency, I texted Elizabeth the other day telling her that this looked messy and it looked like a circus because not only was she spotted out having dinner with Kylie, she was spotted out walking behind her back in her shadow again. And I don't feel like Jordyn needs Kylie. People online are livid about it. I told her mother that I felt it was a circus. And I had invited them to the award show, and we've been talking about doing an interview and be talking about, get back together. And in all fairness to Jordyn has been very nice and respectful about the whole situation. She said we ruined her life by putting the story out, when really I feel like we gave her life because we gave her her own lane, and she ran it, and she did amazing things. She's done movies, she's done endorsements, whatever. Well, now she's back to keeping up with the Kardashians. And now you'll have to go look at it, but fans have a lot to say. This is what one fan said about it. Seeing Kylie Jenner and Jordyn Woods together was not on my 2023 bingo list. Mind you, the Kardashian machine tried to destroy a 21-year-old Jordyn's life and career because Khloe's baby daddy came onto her at a party. Kylie's really better than me because, frankly, I would have never cut Jordyn off. I got to break ties with my childhood best friend because you can keep getting back with that cheating ass man. I agree with all of that. But I do believe that once somebody shows you who they are the first time, you got to believe them. And the Kardashians tried to destroy this girl. And I'm not even going to say allegedly because I know how they use me. I still got all the text messages. I dare one of them to say something. I'll put them all over the internet. And for her to be able to keep it moving, like, is this a fame move? Is this like a thirst that you just want to be more famous, or you want to get the internet talking? Or is this embarrassment that this is causing because she just misses her friend?
For me, I feel like it's given that they've been friends for a long time. I think that they never stopped being friends. And I think this is only the first time they've been like photographed together. But I feel like it's more beneficial to Kylie because Kylie kind of had a flop. And now everyone's like, oh yeah, the King Kylie era is coming back, like when she was fun and with Jordyn. So I feel like it's more for Kylie than it is. Jordyn does not need them no more.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I don't know if they've been friends. I don't know if they've been in communication and friends for the entirety of this time, but I do think this is them deciding to reconcile their friendship in spite of everything else that's going on, which I think Kylie should have done a long time ago since Khloe kept letting Tristan back into the house and kept having babies with him. So, like, why can't she continue to maintain her relationship with her friend? I think this is a good thing for them. What I don't think is a good thing is, like, it appearing as if she's in her shadow or, like, she's a fan or a follower of Kylie. She doesn't need that. She's, built her own world outside of that. And I am extremely excited to have her come sit down and have a conversation with you. I've been waiting for that. Mm-hmm. And I'm super excited for it to happen at some point.
It's given nobody's watching the Kardashian show. You need a storyline. And here we are talking about you. I'm sure we're going to see this play out on a new season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Jordyn, if you're doing it for money, and you're going to be on that show, you better be getting a big fucking bag. You better be getting the biggest bag you can get. They owe you. I'm telling you, I'm going to watch how this plays out, and I may drop these receipts at any moment because I've given up on having a relationship with the Kardashians. What I understand for sure is that if they can't use you, they don't need you. And if they can't use you, they'll steal it from you anyway. We've seen it, the culture. We've seen it with men. We've seen it with box braids. We've seen it with everything. And what?
I love this.
And so, yes, I told Elizabeth, Jordyn's mother, that, and she said the time is now. So maybe we'll see an interview. I will say I'm still team Jordyn now. I was Team Khloe then because the betrayal I was going through my own betrayal at the time. But one thing I will say though is I was feeling bad for us doing the story. I don't feel bad no more because they all benefited from it. Everybody benefited. We all benefited from that story. Matter of fact, so I don't feel sorry, but I'm embarrassed for you, Jordyn, because I do feel like you're better than them. And Black culture got behind you and believed that you're better. Now they back to laughing at you like a joke. So I'm not laughing at you like a joke. I'm disappointed, but hey, it's your life, whatever. We just write about it and talk about it. Would love for you to pull up on the show, whether you do or not. It's whatever, but the invitation is open. All right, well, that's all. Let's get into Thoughts and Prayers. Social media has really messed up a lot of y'all. I mean, what happened to the days when we just kept our private lives to ourselves and only took photos of our food and random license plates that really had those silly sayings on them? Now, when I log on to Instagram or Twitter, or Hollywood Unlocked, all I see is ass cheeks and siblings kissing each other, porn stars extorting NBA players, allegedly. Porn stars stretching out married women's coochies. It's all just too much. Clout is really a real thing. It's a fucking drug, and y'all mofos are out here hooked like Pookie. For weeks, we've been seeing Adam and his wife trending for letting a big black mandingo spread her walls like Moses did the Red Sea. Now, we don't need to know that Adam is a cuck. Now, what people do in their bedrooms with or without a big black dong present should be kept off of social media. I mean, keep that shit over there on the porn sites. That goes for Moriah Mills, too. We don't need to watch you and Zion Williams' alleged sex tape with you. If you got it, send it to us. Keep it in your phone or only on OnlyFans or whatever porn site y'all choose to send it to. And if the claims of extortion are true, then you got bigger things to worry about than that man having a baby on you. See, now that's one thing that we're not going to condone. Because there are real victims of sex crimes and sex abuse out there, domestic violence, that no one wants to believe them because so many of y'all want to come up and make up stories for clout. Like this lawyer representing Trey Songz and the whole sex assault accusers. Even though he's faced a lot of accusations, if it turns out to be true that some of these women have been lying for a payday, they deserve to be brought to justice too. Now, just as we would want if Trey was found guilty of the claims against him, this social media shit got some of y'all risking it all, and chasing clout is a dangerous game to play. Now, y'all need to take a page out of Kylie and Jordyn's book and learn how to keep things private and keep people guessing. Like how long y'all been hanging out on the low. Instead of showing y'all asses all the time, wrap that shit up. Like I'm about to wrap up this show. That is it. If you want to keep up with me, go to Hollywood Unlocked, the only Jason Lee, the Jason Lee Show. You can follow us everywhere, and make sure you follow the Jason Lee Show at Revolt because our guest next week is the one and only Yvette Nicole Brown. Okay, make sure that you follow the Jason Lee Show, the Jason Lee Podcast. I'm just telling y'all right now, the Jason Lee Show after Yvette is going to be going on a hiatus because I am taking some of the summer off to celebrate my birthday, and then we're going to come back with all new blessings, all new shows. Oh, no, we're going to drop Adam22 if he pull up to. No, we have one more. We're going to get that one. We're going to get that one. We're going to bust that one all the way open first, all right? Make sure if you haven't purchased the Gag Nation merch, it's available right now. Go ahead and take a look at this commercial. The Gag Nation line is finally here. So you know when somebody tells me that I can't do something, what am I going to do? I'm going to do it. So I didn't just build my own show, The Jason Lee Show. I built my own merch line too. Why? Because the Gag Nation, all of you, you're my family, and everything's fire. Trust me, we got sneakers, robes, hoodies, slides, mugs, and a smokers bundle with trays and grinders for all y'all that do all of that. It's a limited time drop. It's only here one time, so once it's sold out, you're never gonna get it again. So head over right now to the website, HollywoodUnlocked.com/shop to secure your spot right now. All right, cool. Until then, y'all have a good weekend, and I'll let y'all know what J-Lo smell like next time. Bye.
The Jason Lee Podcast.